Hi guys, my name is Sushant Talwar and you're watching Digit.in, your one-stop shop for all the latest news and reviews about your favorite smartphones, gadgets and more. Today, we have with us the Samsung Galaxy A52 5G. This is Samsung's latest upper mid-range offering, which comes with a similar design and philosophy as the previously launched Galaxy A52 4G, but offers slight upgrades under the hood. During the course of this video, we'll talk about the specifications, features and all else that makes this new phone from Samsung interesting, and also explain how it's different from Galaxy A52 4G. We will explore in depth the gaming and overall performance of the phone in an attempt to figure out if the Galaxy A52 5G is a superior performer compared to not only the A52 4G but also the competition existing in the segment. But before we get to all the fun stuff, let me remind you to subscribe to our channel if you're new and hit the like button if you like this video. Also, don't forget to share this and our other videos with your friends and family. Now with that out of the way, let's get this party started. As we mentioned before, the Galaxy A52 shares a lot in common with the Galaxy A52 4G in design and even the camera and display department. However, there are marked differences between the two when it comes to the hardware under the hood. To begin with, we have a much more powerful Snapdragon 778 chipset on the Galaxy A52s, which has been paired with 128GB of storage and either 6GB or 8GB of RAM. This is a new chipset from Qualcomm and has previously been used on only a few devices in the country. One of these is the Realme GT Master Edition. But more on that later. For now, let's get back to the chipset. Built using an advanced 6nm fabrication process, the chipset features a processor with 4 A78 prime cores, with one of them programmed to hit a peak frequency of up to 2.4 GHz, while the other three are capable of hitting peak frequencies of 2.2 GHz. The quad-core CPU also features 4 A55 cores running at 1.95 GHz. The GPU on board is the Adreno 642L, which also brings support for Qualcomm Snapdragon Elite Gaming. With the Galaxy A52s, Samsung has also jumped on the virtual RAM bandwagon, as this new phone also brings support for RAM Plus feature, which adds 4GB of virtual memory to the phone to improve its performance. In theory, this feature promises to improve the performance of the device when running games or resource-intensive applications, as well as help reduce load times and improve the multitasking experience of the device. However, in real-world scenarios, it makes no noticeable difference to the performance of the phone. Bringing all the hardware together is Samsung's One UI 3.1, based on Android 11. This custom take on Google's Clean OS brings a decent amount of bloatware, but if it's any consolation, pretty much all of it can be done away with. But this bloatware aside, Samsung's take on Android 11 is a pretty mature one, and as such offers not only fancy animations but also optimizations that improve the overall performance and experience of using the device. And just in case you were wondering, there's also support for Samsung Knox security platform as well as Samsung Pay for contactless digital payments. So, all of the hardware and the refined One UI 3.1 come together to create what is essentially a powerful device that can handle not only apps of daily use such as Twitter and Instagram without breaking a sweat, but is also capable of multitasking and playing resource-intensive games without much trouble. During our time with the Galaxy A52s, we found the phone providing an almost flawless experience with both apps and games running like a breeze on the device. Because of the presence of the Snapdragon 778 chipset and 120Hz display, the Galaxy A52s 5G feels snappy regardless of what you run on it. In our time with it, we tested its performance using a number of benchmark tests and also few demanding games. For both, we achieved significantly improved results when compared to the Galaxy A52 4G and comparable results to the Realme GT Master Edition, which also uses the same chipset under the hood. To begin with, benchmarks showed the Galaxy A52s 5G clocking high numbers, with Antutu seeing the device clock a score of above 5 lakh points. This was also the case for Geekbench, where again, the Galaxy A52s 5G easily outperformed the A52 4G and threw up comparable numbers to the Realme GT Master Edition. Since these two benchmarks are extremely resource intensive and test the chipset to its computing limits, they serve as an indication of how the tested phones will perform in real life and run apps of daily use such as Twitter and Facebook, as well as power-hungry games. Moving on to the more GPU-intensive benchmark tests, 3D Mark Wildlife, we found the Galaxy A52s 5G scoring 2494 points. While not always an accurate indicator of real-life performance, this high score should mean that the Galaxy A52s should be able to handle graphically demanding games without much trouble. As you can see on your screens right now, this was better than the scores achieved by both the Galaxy A52 and the Realme GT Master Edition, thereby backing up Samsung's claim of the Galaxy A52s 5G being a powerful performer. Interestingly, the benchmark scores achieved by the new Samsung Galaxy device were also only about 15 to 20% less than what we've previously seen on more powerful phones like the Oppo Reno 6 Pro and the Vivo X60 Pro that run the MediaTek Dimensity 1200 SoC and the Snapdragon 870 chipset respectively. For gaming, the performance again was pretty good. Playing Call of Duty Mobile with pretty much all graphics settings turned up, we achieved a solid median FPS of 60 frames and stability of 99% on Gamebench Pro. However, for Asphalt 9 Legends, Gamebench showed the Galaxy A52s could only manage to run the game at a median FPS of 30 frames and a stability of 98%. While pretty good in isolation and also better than what was achieved by the Galaxy A52 4G in our testing, these results were still not on the same level as what we've seen from competing devices in the past. As it's clear by the gaming and benchmark results of the Galaxy A52s 5G, this new upper mid-range phone from Samsung is a powerful device that's crafted for playing games and running heavy-duty applications. Because of the presence of Qualcomm's Snapdragon 778G platform that provides stable peaks, the phone ultimately manages to provide a smooth and stutter-free experience. While the Galaxy A52s 5G managed to do well when it came to benchmarks, its biggest win is the fact that it provides a refined, almost flawless user experience that can only be rivaled by a handful of competing devices in the market right now. Having said that, it will be important to mention that Samsung is charging a bit of a premium for this refined user experience, starting at Rs 35,999 for the 6GB 128GB model and going up to Rs 37,499 for the 8GB 128GB one. The Galaxy A52s does not come cheap. It is in fact the most expensive phone in India at the moment with the Snapdragon 778G, and at its price point is also within touching distance of some Snapdragon 870 and even Snapdragon 888 trotting phones. Suffice to say, there is a lot of competition for the Galaxy A52s 5G in the market, and Samsung possibly could have done it a favor by launching it in a slightly lower price bracket. But the price aside, the Galaxy A52s is a damn good phone, one that will not only appeal to Samsung fanboys but also the general buyer looking for a smartphone to play games, watch movies and run a lot of heavy-duty apps on. So that was a review of the Galaxy A52s 5G. If you liked the video, please share it with your friends and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any such content. Once again, thanks for watching.